So the Spratly Islands has strained many relationships with China and the other countries in the Southeast Asia. According to the CIA, the Spratly Islands consist of 100 small different islands and reefs. These islands have many things to offer to the countries that surround it. Today I will be answering three main questions, and that is, what is the Spratly Islands, who owns them, and how is the U.S. actually involved more than we know with these islands? So let's begin by answering the first question. What is the Spratly Islands? The Spratly Islands and the problem of this began in the early 1970s, when the countries surrounding them began to claim them as their own. The Spratly Islands have a lot of things to offer, and those two main things are oil and natural resources. When it comes to oil, there has been said, but not really founded and not really answered, is that there has been said to be 11 billion pints of oil to be found. When it comes to natural resources, there has been said to be 190 trillion cubic feet of natural resources to offer. But it's not just the natural resources that these islands have to offer. It's the fact that these islands also have a rich fishing grounds with them. And not just that, and not just the resources and the fishing grounds. The annual trade with these islands alone is estimated to $5.3 trillion. So as you can see, these islands are really important to whoever owns them. So now we answer the second question. Who owns these islands? So about 95% of these islands actually belong to China, Taiwan, and Vietnam. The other 5%, they're owned by Malaysia and the Philippines. In the picture behind me, you can see that the Spratly Islands are located in the yellow circles, but some a little off the yellow circles. So these islands are very important to the people. With these islands and the Philippines, this whole idea, the Philippines believe that the Philippine government believes that they are the rightful owners of these islands. And because they own such a small amount, that causes conflict between China and the Philippines. So now then we get to the involvement of the U.S. The involvement in the U.S. they play a big role in this. They got into the problem when they started finding out that China and the Philippines are starting to have problems with the resources and the fishing grounds, and how that is going to be split up amongst them. So, going on that, the U.S. actually challenged China to their threat, saying that they wanted to control all of the islands. So that's when the U.S. stepped in, and they challenged them, and that's when they enforced the freedom of navigation operation. And that's a really big role, and over the next couple of years, with satellite images, they have found that China has actually increased the size of these islands, thus creating new islands. But yet the CIA doesn't know how exactly they're doing that. And also doing that, they've actually found that China is actually going to use military forces if the Philippines intervene with their findings of the natural resources or the oil. With these satellite images, I've also seen that China has built military bases on these islands. They have built Air Force strips on these islands, and they're willing to use military forces against the Philippines if they intervene with their findings. So that's where the U.S. comes in, and it's to prevent military forces from escalating or ever coming to the light. So in the conclusion, these islands are very important to whoever owns them completely. Whether it's China who owns them completely, or it's going to end up going to the Philippines completely, or it's going to stay half and half. So today I've covered the three main questions. What are the Spratly Islands? Who owns the islands? And how is the U.S. involved? The U.S. is involved with these islands a lot and has a big part to play in this. And if they ever one step off the problems, then China might end up going and use military forces against the Philippines, which is not the best idea. So thus now you know that the Philippines, what the problem is with the Philippines and China, and now you know that the U.S. plays a much larger role than we all knew.